Carolina Cool is proud to present the 2016 Ashby Ward Pioneer of the Year Award to Mary Catherine Brantley Canty. Born in Myrtle Beach during the height of the Great Depression in 1933 and raised during the worst of Southern segregation, Mary Catherine Canty was witness to the tides of change that swept our nation and our community. Shaped by the words of Martin Luther King and the teachings of her faith, she lived a life of exemplary action and leadership, constantly striving to improve her community. As a young student attending the Myrtle Beach Colored School, she was only offered an education through the 8th grade. But Miss Canty believed in the power of education, and as an adult set an example for her 6 children by going back to school to earn her high school diploma, enrolling in night adult education classes at Myrtle Beach High School, the same school some of her children were attending by day. Miss Canty, affectionately known as Nana or Toots, achieved several milestones during her lifetime, becoming the first African American to work in production on the AVX assembly line, and later becoming the first African American cashier at Santee Cooper in Myrtle Beach, from which she retired after 22 years of service. But Nana is known more for her community work, lending her influence along with others in the location and construction of the Canal Street Recreation Center, then working to save from demolition her beloved alma mater, the Myrtle Beach Colored School. She persevered for over 20 years until the city in 2001 formed the historic Myrtle Beach Colored School Committee and named her as the chair. Under her leadership, this committee raised over $500,000. In 2006, her dream was realized when the historic Myrtle Beach Colored School Museum and Education Center opened its doors to the public. Nana was a woman of high standards, integrity, and boundless enthusiasm, devoting herself to her family as wife, loving mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, aunt, and daughter. Her community service extended to Habitat for Humanity, the Carrie Mae Johnson Harlem Committee, Church Women United, and the Myrtle Beach branch of the NAACP. She was also a lifelong and dedicated member of Mount Olive AME Church, where she attended religiously since she was 16 years old. Because of her sacrifices and dedication, she received many outstanding awards and honors during her lifetime, including the Omega Psi Phi Community Award, the Mount Olive AME Service Award, and February 22, 2013 was proclaimed Mary Catherine Canty Day by the City of Myrtle Beach in recognition of her support of the Myrtle Beach community and her achievements during a lifetime of service. On January 20th, 2015, Nana left this earthly home, but no one who knew her is likely to forget the candor of her speech, the courage of her faith, and the warm and glowing brightness of her friendship.
Miss Canty, as I've always called her Miss Mary, was one of the finest ladies I've known. It was an honor for me to have her not only as a friend, but as a visionary. She had great visions for Myrtle Beach, and she wanted to bring people together. It wasn't about race, it wasn't about black or white, it was about unity.
I remember Mother Canty from working with me on the Healing Word Ministry, and in the ministry we would come in on Saturday mornings and we would pray for the community, we would pray for the church, we would pray for anyone that requested prayer, and this was done Saturday after Saturdays. She was also a committed missionary. She was also committed with the food pantry at Mount Olive where they fed the homeless.
I have known the Canty family all of my life, and of course all of us loved and cherished Miss Mary Canty. I worked closely with her when I was a member of the Myrtle Beach Historic Color School Education and Museum Center when she was chairing that committee. In the effort of raising money and meeting with local executives to invest in this facility, I would often bring Miss Mary along with me. Of course, I always talked too much, but simply we would turn to her and she would tell her story, and I would just watch with strength and elegance and grace her talk about her experiences of that school and the reason she wants it to live forever. And those gentlemen would just turn and open up their checkbook and say, "How much can I give you?"
I met Mrs. Canty when she was a member of our family selection committee, and she was one of the first ones to serve, and she did an amazing job for us, and I appreciated her doing that. She was a go-to person. She knew the community. She was able to help us sort through some of the issues surrounding home ownership in the community. She was also the first African American to serve on our board of directors for Habitat.
Miss Canty left here empty. Every gift, every talent God had placed in her was used for His eternal glory. She was destined to live victoriously. She was a true servant who poured herself out of her vessel, filling everyone with her love, kindness, wisdom, and strength. She overcame many obstacles that Satan brought. In her heart, sang songs of thanksgiving as she completed her divinely assignments. She gave it everything she had. Mediocrity was not her lot. Proverbs 31:10 asks, "Who can find a virtuous woman?" I found Miss Canty, and her worth was far above rubies, sparkled brightly for all to see. Everything God put in her came out of her. She lived spirit-filled, so she could die empty.
To the Chamber of Commerce and all of those who were involved in the nomination of my mother, Mary Catherine Brantley Canty, for the Pioneer of the Year Award, on behalf of the Canty family, we accept your nomination, and we thank you very much.
Mary Catherine Brantley Canty is warmly remembered and recognized as our 2016 Ashby Ward Pioneer of the Year.